싶은 세계로 Kauffie Coffee company yeah oh yeah oh yeah it's the Kauffie company whoa oh 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 it's the Kauffie company whoa oh 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 Kauffie
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to your place of chill. That is the Kauffie Company. It is Thursday, the 12th of March. Tomorrow's Friday, the 13th again. We've had 2 Friday the 13th in this year already, haven't we? It's March the 12th, and it is a grey and windy 11 degrees centigrade. It feels a bit chilly. It's 11 degrees, but feels like 3. How is that possible? This is they're just making it up as they go along now. They're making it up as they go along. But here we are. We're back. We got nothing to talk about. And apparently there is a rat. Apparently there's a rat. Which means I'm going to have to start paying Barry. I'm going to have to start paying Barry, what's it called? Royalties, because I think this is going to be used quite a lot in the next few weeks.
See you later, rat.
I'm gonna have to start paying Barry royalties. I'm gonna have to start paying him royalties. I got to send him the message. I'm gonna send him the message. Here we go. Where it is, the group. Rats will be played. A lot of Emerson royalties will have to be played to be paid. There we go. Emerson royalties is what we called that. That's what we're going to call them. That's what we're going to have to call them. See you later, rat. Is going to get paid a lot today because there is a rat. Who is the rat? My eyes look so tired after this week, but I can't wait. We're 3 days away from country to country. I'm looking forward to a weekend. There is a rat in the dressing room. Yes, I type when I talk when I type. He's getting paid a lot of Emerson royalties. But let's see who's in the house. I've got myself a flat white today. Ooh. Let's see who's in the house to take us through the show. We have Stu Boy. Good to see you, sir. Hopefully you're well. Hopefully you're well. We have Mr. Jason Bell. Good to see you. Both YouTube members. Yes, another Friday the 13th. And what a year. What a year. 100%. 100%. Hopefully you're well. Ian Ferguson's in the house. Good to see you, buddy. Hopefully you're well. Good to see you. There's only 3 of you in the house, and I don't blame you, to be honest. There's so many Spurs YouTube channels. But thank you to all the people that will watch this show, other than the other Spurs YouTube channels that are live at the moment. Don't believe everything you read. You know what? It's funny too, because the problem is, Stuart, that's how they're playing. That's how they're playing at the moment. They're playing so badly. You can honestly think that that's how they haven't got anything to talk about. We're opening up the chat to talk about anything we want to talk about. Let's have a good time. Let's have a good time. Let's have a good time. I'm trying to do that viral latte art. I'll have to show. I'll have to do one on stream and explain to you what it is. I'll have to explain it to you. But I'm trying to practice it to see if I can get it right. It's sort of almost like a yin and yang latte art pattern, and I'll show you. But they make the flat white, and then they spin the coffee until it becomes like a spiral. I'm trying to do that. It's quite good, actually. It's quite good. I'll show you in a minute. But I'm having my flat white. %. But unfortunately, we don't own the airwaves. We do not own the airwaves. But we don't own the airwaves. We can only do what we can do. We've got Davo. Good to see you, buddy. Hopefully you're well, buddy. Hopefully you're well. Haven't seen you in a while. Afternoon, Ben and chat. Long time. No see. No swing. Good to see you, buddy. Oh, forgot you're live. 100% kudos. What the fuck? What the fuck? We're live at every single day at the same time. What the fuck, mate? I'm blaming you personally. But I'm blaming you. I've been using Grok today. To make some funny videos. I'm only gonna share one. Where is it? Let's share it. Let's see if it fills up the entire screen. But it's you know what? I've always said this. AI should only be used. There should be laws in place. There should be laws in place that mean you should only be able to use AI for making silly videos. I'll do this. Open. Here we go. We've been using Grok. We've been using Grok for making silly videos. I made one of Phil P, which I will not share just in case we get in trouble. But I made this today, and it's really quite good.
Stop being upsetty spaghetti. Stop being upsetty spaghetti. Mamma mia, life's too short for soggy noodles.
It's great, right? It's great. It's great. I'm going to have to make that into a full-size image. And we'll have to make that into a full-size thing. Well, that's brilliant. You know what? He's done... It can stay, 100%. Regulated AI. Yeah, unfortunately, Grok isn't that good. Grok isn't that good yet. One day it will be. But unfortunately, it will never capture the hilariousness of the original one. It will never capture the original one, which is why we'll keep the original one. Because me doing a stupid Italian accent is very funny. And with the music. But I want to make some. I won't be able to do that. I have not got the facilities for that, big man. I ain't got the facilities for that, big man. I can't do it. I can't do it. I wish we could. Yes, that is the video. I will not play it just in case I get in a bit of trouble. But it was very funny. That video is very funny. I laughed a lot when Grok made that. It was very, very good. Very good indeed. It was very, very funny. It just works. But that's my AI should only be used for making silly videos. Because it's gone too far. It's gone too far. But oh, here's one. Here's one as well. I will make this into one because I'm going to use this. I will actually use this. Canva. I'll go to Canva quickly and actually make this because I'm actually going to use this. I'm going to use this for the stream because we will make create video, landscape video. Call it Cliphausen. Has it uploaded? No, it has not. Upload. Here we go. Upload. Here we go. There we go. And Grok. Yeah, Grok. Hi, Ben. Hope you are well. Good to see you, Kate Rixham. Hopefully you're well, miss. Hopefully you're well. For those that don't watch wrestling, they will not get this. But I'm going to download it. It's only a 3-second clip, so it shouldn't take too long to download. Here we go. Calling it a Cliphausen. I should get a Cliphausen. Download. But hopefully everyone's doing well. Hopefully everyone's well. But yeah, it's a quiet day today. It's a really quiet day. This week has been really strange. It's been really strange. There we go. Yep. Close. Now we can download it. Add file. Here we go. Be glad to see everyone here. It's downloaded, and here is the new clip.
You are cash.
It's so brilliant. You are cursed. It's brilliant. It's so brilliant. I love Danhausen. I absolutely love Danhausen. And it's mind-bogglingly good. Whoever made that, thank you. I'm going to use it. You won't copyright me because it's under 7 seconds. Brilliant. So that's my Cliphausen. And if you tell anyone or copyright me,
You are cash.
cursed. The possibilities are endless. There is a green screen version. There is one. Someone did make a green screen. So I am going to find that and download it. I love Danhausen. It was really funny because in our wrestling group chat, because we have a wrestling group chat, I won't tell you who's in it. But Daigle's in it, Angus is in it, and a few others are in it. The guys that we watch wrestling with are all in this group. And when Danhausen debuted, Daigle went mental, saying, what the fuck is this? What is this? No, Danhausen's brilliant. I'm gonna flame Daigle. Daigle's gonna come on the show in a minute. I'm flaming you, Daigle. I'm exposing you. You are cursed. Yes. The best one is when he curses William Regal and William Regal sold it perfectly. I absolutely love him. I think he's so brilliant. He's effortlessly funny. Just like when he was talking to the Miz and the Miz called him a goth kid and he drops it. It is like because he's Canadian. Danhausen's Canadian, and he dropped it in his Canadian accent. I was a jack. I was a jack. I was a I was king of the prom. And he just says it. He just says these really funny, nonchalant things. They're brilliant. Oh, it's brilliant. It's old school wrestling. You have to have comedic characters. And I think one of the problem is wrestling's got too serious. There's too much serious because of the move. I'm going to blame Fox for this, so I blame you, Fox. Fox made WWE, especially on SmackDown, they made the move towards a more sports-based product rather than it being the product which they purchased, which was Friday Night SmackDown, which is, it's not real. It's not real. So wrestling was too, there's got to be comedy characters. The reason a lot of us fell in love with wrestling is not because it was this big spectacle. It's because it was funny. It was entertaining. You got to have the funny characters. No, he's not. Too serious. Too damn serious. I'm not about this. You need a Santino Marella. You need a Hornswoggle. You need a Danhausen. You need an R-Truth. You need a Hurricane. You need these funny little characters that pop up and separate the serious things. Because you have a serious match. Let's say it's an hour-long Iron Man match, which they have once in a while. An hour-long match. That's a lot of wrestling. It's a lot of wrestling to take in. You need afterwards. After that. After that, you need about at least half an hour where it's just silliness. You need to calm down. You need to calm down after. Everyone blames Foxes ever since they correctly stopped Foxhand. It's really funny, actually. I'm not going to go political, but you know who I'm going to talk about. There is a politician in this country. There's a politician in this country. I'm not going to name names, but you obviously all know who I'm talking about. That's desperately trying to ban religious slaughter, which, you know what? I'm not necessarily against them banning religious slaughter because it is a bit barbaric. The animals aren't killed in a humane fashion, so I'm not necessarily against it. The funny thing is, this same politician is not against fox hunting, so he wants all ritualistic slaughter to be banned, but not in his fox hunting ways, where a load of people dress up in red coats and chase an animal and then maniacally kill a fox with an owl or whatever they kill it with. So that's okay, but killing things for food, even in a barbaric sense, is not okay. So a bit of balance is okay. A little balance. If you are for killing ritualistic slaughter, ban it all. That's my political chat for the day. You all know who I'm talking about. But I'm not going to mention names because we don't talk politics here. 100%. 100%, Jason. 100%. Will and I are going on an excursion to Bury St Edmunds tomorrow to pick up some coffee. But now he's going to upset everyone. But I actually need a blood test in the morning, which is, it's typical, isn't it? I booked a blood test 2 months ago. And the day I desperately need to not have a blood test that morning, I've got a blood test. And I completely and utterly forgot. Because it's the gone of the days where there's a town blood room. This is one of the things I would bring back, and I think it's a disgrace, to be honest. I think it's a disgrace. I think it's a disgrace that they got rid of the town blood rooms. There used to be one there was one in every town. You go there, you get a ticket, you get a needle shoved in your arm, and you have a blood test. They've closed all those. So now when you have to have a blood test book, you've got to book it over a month in advance. You've got to book it. You've got to book it a month in advance. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. Well, I do know what I'm doing tomorrow. We're driving to Bury St Edmunds. we know what we're doing now. I don't want to book things in months in advance. If I need a blood test, I want it today. If I need it done, I want it today, not yesterday. I want it done because if I need pills, I need pills. So it's bonkers. I hate it. Bring back the blood rooms. When I come to power, which will be very, very dangerous, I'm bringing back the neighbourhood blood rooms. If you're somehow, Leo. Good to see you, sir. Hopefully you're well. Hopefully you're well. Slow roasting as usual. Fist bump. Fist bumps. Ooh la la is in the house. Good to see you, miss. Hopefully you're well. Hopefully you're well. Is it cool? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I didn't even know he was ill. I know. I'll see myself out. I like these crappy jokes. Oh, no. Good picture, Ian. Good picture. I like it. I like it. Tell me, it's ridiculous, isn't it? It's ridiculous, isn't it, Dave? You've from what I remember, you don't have MS. I think you do actually. Don't you have MS as well? I think you and Kim both had MS. Big up to you guys. Big up to the EMS guys. It's a horrible. We need blood tests. Like I've got ulcerative colitis, possibly Crohn's disease. I need a blood test because I'm on immunosuppressant pills. I need my blood test. And if I don't get a blood test, they won't give me pills. So I don't want to. I need my pills tomorrow, not next week. It's ridiculous. Should yes, indeed, 100%. I'm enjoying the flat white. But hopefully everyone's doing well. That's my rant about politics. I've done 2 political rants today. Please don't sue me, everyone. Please don't sue me. I just don't like people that are not consistent. I don't like when they take away things that people need. Like, I don't think they should be taking away the front desk of the Chingford Metropolitan Police Station. There should be a front desk at a police station so you can talk to a police officer if you desperately need it. If you need to see a policeman or police officer, sorry, that's over. If I need to speak with a police officer and I want to go in now, I want to speak to a police officer. I don't want to have to call them because you get stuck on the phone for hours upon hours upon hours. You never get an answer, or you get what happened with me last year. They call back a month later, say they can't do anything about it, and then nothing happens. I want to speak to a police officer today, now, if possible. Give you my information, and we can sort it out. This is why Batman was a thing. 100%. Big up to you, sir. Big up to you. Big up to the Shigwell Massive. Big up to you all. Big up to everyone. Just simple things. I want to be able to speak to someone. I hate it that you can no longer speak to your doctor's surgery. I hate it. You can no longer get a doctor's appointment unless you ring at like 6 o'clock in the morning. Who gets up? Or me. Who is, and people with children. Who has to be up at 5:30 in the morning so they can speak to a doctor at 6 so they can get an appointment for that day? No one. It's because people that are usually up at that time in the morning have to go to work. Me versus the cough versus the system. The cough versus the system. Bring it all back. Bring it all back. Bring back saying good thank you to the bus driver because no one does that anymore. Just say thank you. A bus driver has to sit and drive that horrible bus for hours upon hours upon hours. Yeah, just say thank you. He's driven you up the hill for not a lot. Just say thank you to the geezer. Not difficult. I think no, it's the British health system as well. It's got its problems, many problems, in fact. At least with the British, at least it's not £4,000 to get an ambulance, which is bonkers, by the way. That's more politics. No, I'm not going to describe your country because that's not fair. That's not fair. BS. That's my rant for the day. That is my rant for the day. Bring back localization. If I ever start a political party, it will be called the localization. I would call it the localization party. It would all be about localizing everything. Everything will be localized. It'd be like the opposite of Garibaldi. It'd be the opposite, not the biscuit. Because, as you know, Garibaldi was the guy that united Italy. Before Italy became Italy, Italy was separate regions. They were all separate countries. A bit like the United States, really. Which is where the United States actually got their Senate system from. They took it from the Italians. Italy was many different countries. You had Calabria. You had, of course, you had Roma. You had Venezia. You had well, with Veneto is the region where Venice is. You had all these different regions. Tuscany. You had all these regions. Sicily was its own region. You had all these different regions, and Garibaldi was the guy. Garibaldi was the guy that united all these regions together. I'd do that. Essex would be its own country. Cornwall would be its own country. Well, it wouldn't be a country, but they would run their own affairs. It's funny because Will's been having this problem. People that live in Essex. Back when the Pope still had an army, indeed. It's when the Swiss Guard were an actual fighting force. I'm actually looking for a political... indeed. We won't talk politics. I heard Garibaldi it's Garibaldi. It was indeed. It was indeed, kudos. It was indeed. But before it was part of Naples, it was independent. But at least they had pizza. At least they had pizza. They might have been conquered, but at least they had pizza. That's the saying of my political party. Make Essex Celtic again? No. No. We don't need that. We don't need that. We need it orange. Make Essex orange again. Essex was more fun when it was orange. Essex has become too sensible. It's a real problem. Bring back The Only Way is Essex. I still don't even know. Is that program still on now? Let them eat pizza. 100%. They were conquered, but we gave them pizza. That's if you get conquered, at least they gave them pizza. It's like when the Romans conquered England or Britannia, what they called it, because they conquered England. They conquered England, and then that was it. Because they didn't conquer Scotland, as you know. Hadrian's Wall kept the Scottish out. Well, Emperor Hadrian was the guy that decided to invade the majority of the Middle East. So blame the Romans for that. Blame all the right problems on the Romans. But Emperor Hadrian put the rule there because he couldn't conquer the Scottish because it was too unwieldy and it was too big a country. Because Scotland is a big country. It was an enormous country to conquer because it was mountainous and all these different islands. It wouldn't have been worth it. It wouldn't have been worth it to conquer. But at least if you're going to conquer a country, the Romans conquered England and gave them roads. That's perfectly. Give them roads. Give them something useful. Big up the Za Pizza. Yeah, indeed. Big up the pizza. Plenty of orange people in Essex still. Not enough. They're underrepresented. They're underrepresented. Scotland is an amazing country. I do love Scotland. Scotland is an incredible country. Every country has its own quirks, though. I really enjoyed going to Scotland. The countryside, the fresh air. Indeed. They were like, nah, we're not doing this. They can't be asked. It wasn't worth the Romans invading it, because if they really wanted to, they could have conquered Scotland easy. If they conquered the stronger the Celtics of Britain and Boudica and all these people, because they conquered the Celts in Britain or Britannia. It would have been easy to conquer Scotland, but it wasn't worth it. They found that it just wasn't worth it, which is funny, really, because Scotland's beautiful. Scotland is more beautiful than a lot of the parts of England. And there's quite a lot of natural resources in Scotland. Loads of lovely lakes, loads of lovely food, loads of fried stuff. I love fried stuff. It wasn't worth conquering for them. They were just like, nah, we can't be asked. And we're saying that the Roman Empire, by the time they conquered Britannia, that it was like not the start, because it lasted for a really, but then the Roman Empire started to decline. The Roman Empire started to decline, which is why they didn't have the resources. But at least they gave us roads and St. Albans. And London was not a Londinian. They gave us all these lovely things. They didn't give us pizza, though, or the ability to cook. Whole lot of what ifs there, 100%. The Romans, the Italians, didn't give Britain the ability to cook, and they didn't give. It was a waste of time. If you weren't going to give them pizza and cooking ability, what was the point of going there? But of course, pasta didn't exist because the Chinese traders weren't in Italy at that moment in time. Can't forget the aqueduct, indeed. Big up the Glaswegians. Now you know. See, we're here to educate. We're here to educate. Well, it made sense, didn't it? It made sense. The original Roman capital of Britain was actually Colchester. Colchester was the first capital of Roman Britain, because Colchester was, I believe, we'll have to Google that. Let's Google that. Why was Colchester the Roman capital? Okay, that's why. It was the economic hub for them. Okay, interesting. Yeah, there are. Kept a lot of that stuff. St. Albans, Ian. St. Albans, a Roman city. A lot of the roads are still... You see how straight they are. I knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing. St. Albans is a great place. But yeah, Colchester. Big up Colchester United. Was the original capital of Britannia for the Romans. And then it eventually became Londinium, which is now London, of course. Edinburgh certainly is a beautiful city. Edinburgh is a beautiful city. So many good things in Edinburgh. Indeed, sir. The Roman baths. 100%. Yeah, they're very good. Saying that, the reason I went to the Longleat Safari Park, which is a brilliant safari park, is the only major safari park in Britain, I believe it is. I think there's another one somewhere, but Longleat's the most famous one. Inverness is great, 100%. Capital of the Highlands. If you ever have the money, Kudos, I do suggest it. Get the Caledonian Sleeper. Go to London, get on the train from Euston, do the Caledonian Sleeper. You wake up in the morning and you're going through the Highlands. It's beautiful. Edinburgh's a great city. Edinburgh's a great city. Yes, there are. There's loads of them. 100%. I love Legoland. Legoland's brilliant. I love Legoland. I'd love to go back to Legoland, but go to Windsor. You could go to Disney at that time. I think. How much is it to go to Legoland? I spent most of my time driving through it, to be honest, buddy. I was getting drunk with my brother next to the Hart Stadium this time last year. Good times, 100%. Legoland. How much is it to go to Legoland? Legoland? How much is a ticket to go to Legoland? Tickets and passes. Gonna have to go to Legoland. Theme park. Oh, it's not that much, actually. 32 quid if you buy online. Not bad. Not bad at all. But saying that, by the time you could quite easily go to Disneyland by the time you got to Windsor. It's a long drive. I'm going to try and go to Disneyland Paris. Going to try and go to Disneyland Paris. But it's good. It's good. But yes, indeed, guys. What would everyone like to... We've had a bit of a strange stream talking about Roman history, but you never know what we're going to talk about at the coffee company. Let's have a look. Putting my feet up. It's all yours. It's all up to you to chat. But big up to Legoland. Big up to Legoland. We've still got no news who this rat is. Who's the Spurs rat? So the Kit Kat's 100% chocolate bar. Chocolate bar. Chocolate bar. But yes, we are still. We didn't get to go there this morning, but I'll probably try and go there on Saturday. All systems go. I'm trying to figure out what to do with design. But we've got... Yeah, but that's Kuva. That's Kuva. I let Kuva put that in. I don't think it's Van der Ven personally. I don't think it's him personally. If it is him, I wouldn't be shocked. I don't think it's Romero. I don't think it's Romero. Wrong. There's a few players it could be. I don't think it's Basuma. I don't think Basuma will get a move anywhere. Because that was the story. They say they don't care if Spurs get relegated. They don't care if Spurs get relegated because they'll get a move somewhere else anyway. So it could be many people. I would say it's one of the younger players because they are younger and they're more stupid. I don't think it's Basuma. I don't think it's Basuma. Basuma won't get a move anywhere. Where's Basuma going to go? Turkey? That's who only team that wants him because of his antics. Yeah, but that just means he's going to move anyway. It's possible. It's possible. It's very possible. They're all rats. See you later, rat. The only player we can't say it, we know 100% it isn't, is Archie Gray. He's not good enough, but he's not a rat. So we know it's not Archie Gray. Categorically, it's not him. I don't think it's Richarlison, because Richarlison's been putting in good performances compared to some of the others. It can't be the likes of Odegaard because they're injured anyway. You almost have to take all the injured players out of that because you know it's not them. It has to be someone who is playing and playing regularly. So that leaves you with Vicario. It leaves you with the likes of Paulinho. It leaves you... I don't think it's Paulinho. I don't think it's Paulinho. It could be Matisse Tell. It could be Solanke. It could be Kolo Muani. But it doesn't make any sense that it's Kolo Muani because he's on loan, so he's not going to be there anyway. But again, when he goes back to PSG, he's got no stock. No one's going to sign him. Juventus won't even sign him. Unless they could be. They could be feigning injury, but I don't see how that's possible. Because if they are that good at feigning injury, I would believe that would be a breach of contract and the club could sue them. And I think that even though the club doctors are shit, I don't think they're that shit. Yeah. But I don't think they are. I just think they're made out of glass. It's funny. It's definitely an interesting conversation. It could be any of them. What's that sound? Someone shut a door somewhere. It might have been the wind. Oh. Spurs make surprising ticketing decision. They've pushed back the renewal date. Well done, Spurs. Instead of cutting the ticket prices because the team is shit, you push back the renewal date. You're wankers. I think it's fake news, to be honest. It could be fake news, but it's definitely a bit bitchy and a bit great. It's always a bit bitchy. Which one of them's the rat? Because once we find them out, we get to play the clip.
See you later, rat.
See you later, rat. See you later, rat. 100%. 100%, Leo. If they're found to not be trying, firstly, that's a breach of contract. Sue them, rip up their contract and say you're fired for breach of contract. They need to start. And I've always believed this, and Will says it a lot. I think footballers should be able to be fired. They should be able to fire football players. The players have too much power in their contracts that they can just sit there and rot. Like Tongi and Ndombele should not have been allowed to have got, I think it was like a £10 million payout for leaving the club early because they ripped his contract up. If you are in breach of contract and you're not putting in good performances, the club should be able to fire you. They should be able to fire them. They find out who this rat is, fire them, sack them. Any of us, well, not me, because obviously I could sack myself. Everyone else, if you're not doing a good enough job, you're getting the sack. It's a bit of accountability. Give them a bit of something to worry about. If your performances are not good enough, you're going to get sacked. You've got too much power. Bring back a bit of normality. What's the point of dropping them? They've still got all the facilities. They've still got all they're still getting paid stupid amounts of money for doing nothing. Banish him from what's banishing them from the training ground going to do? They've got the money and they're getting paid. They can get a David Lloyd membership. They can get a membership at a local club. They can pay someone, a personal trainer, to train them at home. A bit of a bit of normality would be fun. Should be able to sack players. Managers get sacked quick enough, don't they, when they're not doing a good enough job, supposedly. Managers get sacked quickly enough. You should be able to be sacked. Bring it back. We need a "you're fired" video. We need a "you're fired" video. And it's about time that these players stop getting away with getting their managers sacked. There's too many managers are getting sacked at Spurs now, whether you like them or not. Too many managers now are getting sacked because the players aren't good enough. It's not like I'm not gonna because there are so many. The managers are getting sacked because the players are shit. The managers are also shit. But what can a manager do if the players are simply not good enough? So we need to start giving a bit of hierarchy. The managers should be the players' bosses, but they're not. They're just a bloke. They're just a bloke to tell them what to do. But if the players want to get their own way, they just go to their bosses. I like home bargains as well, Stuart. I like home bargains. They've got really good pajamas. Home bargains of good pajamas. And they're really cheap. We're glad to see we're going for another 8 minutes. And it's been really quiet. Really dead. Dead as a dodo. Oh, it gives us something to do in the evening. But Stuart, home bargains is good. TK Maxx is good. All those. Don't fit me in. I have to go to Fat Bastard Time. Big up, Stuart. Big up to you, sir. But I'm a fan of TK Maxx. I am Ben Kaufman, and I am a TK Maxx addict. It's the best shop on the planet. TK Maxx is the place to be. Some great stuff. You ever need just something that if I was working, I'd get all my work clothes from TK Maxx. Uniqlo and TK Maxx are my two favourite shops. Uniqlo I need to Google because they've got the Pokemon stuff in soon. If you need just to outfit yourself, Uniqlo for like your stuff that's really, really good. But then you need things like jeans, you need cheap shoes. TK Maxx has got everything. Like this weekend, we're going to the country concert. And Mick is not totally sold on her outfit. Sorry, everyone. I said, why don't we triple max it? We could go to all 3 TK Maxes in a 20-mile radius. We could go to all of them. I think the wind is blowing the door open. Yeah, TJ Maxx is the American equivalent. It's great. TK Maxx is brilliant. Interesting. But they've got a great formula. Get good quality shit at outlet prices. Cheap. And there's a bit of discovery about it. You never know what you're going to find there. Some great the Epping retail park, which is a lot of people complained about the Epping retail park. It's bloody brilliant. The retail park in Harlow. There's a retail park in Chelmsford that Stuart could go to. They're everywhere, but they're so good. And they always have a Greg's. Big up, Greg's. I always have a Greg's. And some good stuff. I like good stuff. I'm really calm, but I'd like some more people to come in for coffee. We need to pay for this decaf. I need people to buy coffee so we can pay for my decaf. It's what we need to do. But you know what, everyone? We will start wrapping the show up here. We will not be streaming tomorrow. Because myself and Will be heading to Bury St Edmunds. So there'll be no show on Tottenham on Tour and the Coffee Company. Spurs are playing Liverpool, which we're going to lose. So, yeah, that's the prediction. So we will be back next Monday. Yeah, that's black tea then, mate. Or black coffee. It's the problem. I don't go to Greg's for the coffee, but we'll be back on Monday for another edition of the Coffee Company. There'll probably be quite a lot of news on Monday because probably we will have a new manager Monday. Hopefully it isn't Sean Dyche. No! But thank you all so much for watching today's show. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. And as always, everyone, have a great rest of your day. And if you know what the cough is brewing, thank you all so much for watching. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Ciao for now.
A little different than all the rest. I'm quite old-fashioned where I had sometimes played chess. And when I'm out, I'm looking for that vintage fling. But all complexions that I adore, so hard to find, these seem impossible to